All right, everybody, I've got a really interesting and exciting update for you as it relates to the AI that powers our Copilot. Our Copilot can now give you specific negotiation advice for an offer to purchase a home. So without further delay, I'm just going to jump in. This is our offer generation workflow. This is the first page, pretty administrative. Click Save and Next. Up to the right, we obviously have the property, we have the list price, the solo price prediction. So this is our own proprietary pricing model. And then now we are obviously into a meatier part of a home offer. And so with that, I'm going to come over to our Copilot and simply ask it, what price should I offer on this home? So what it's doing is it's analyzing a number of data sets that are of different modalities. So number one is the macroeconomy, what's going on with interest rates, what's going on with GDP, etc. And then it scales down into the overall health of the Austin market as measured by various real estate metrics. And then from there, it's also taking into account supply and demand dynamics within the specific neighborhood. And then we go even more micro and it analyzes a lot of the property images found in the MLS and otherwise. So it's taking into account, the quality of the home, the materials used, is it recently renovated, etc. And so with that, we'll come over here to its recommendation. It says, great question. It's essential to craft a competitive yet strategic offer, current considerations. It talks about the market dynamics, i.e. a buyer's market, higher supply, zip code trends such as short-term price trend in zip code 78735 is rising actually. The current average price per square foot is $504, home's quality. The property you're interested in is beautifully remodeled with modern finishes and high quality materials, which adds value. And then it says our predicted price is about $980,000. It says, given it's a buyer's market, starting around 3 to 5% below the price prediction could work. This could be in the range of $930 to $950. There's a neutral offer, which is still below the list price, which I think is as evidenced by the fact that it's a buyer's market. And then the cherry on top is it mentions the 1.5% rebate. So it does a little bit of math for you and says, your net cost on a $975,000 offer could actually be about $960,000. So that is pretty good. I think from here you could ask it questions or give it a little bit more information about sentiment, like, hey, I really want this house, or we're in no hurry, I want to be more aggressive, etc. But for the sake of time, I'm going to move on to the next section, which includes real estate terms that are a little bit more nuanced and a little bit more confusing if you don't work in real estate day to day. So there's earnest money, termination option fee. There's these what's this over here. They've got definitions and a little bit of guidance, but nonetheless, if I am a first-time home buyer, or frankly, I haven't bought a home in years, understanding how these inputs fit into a broader offer is going to be much more challenging without a little bit of guidance. So I'm going to come over here and say, hey, what should I put here? So it's a pretty vague question, and I'm doing this intentionally to just show you that this Copilot is following along. It understands all the selections that you've made thus far and knows exactly where you're at within the form. It could even track sentiment. Say back here when it came to price, we said, actually I really want this home. It would keep that sentiment in its analysis as it came up with this additional response. So let's see what it comes up with. Should reformat here. There we go. It says, great question. Earnest money. Default is 1%. Again, it gives you a little bit of context about why this is important. Does a little bit of math for you. Termination option. Again, what is a termination option? A standard period is 7 to 10 days, but in a competitive market, you might shorten this to make your offer more attractive. It's got termination option fee. Default is $500. Recommended inputs, 1%. You may adjust it upwards to 2% if you want to strengthen your offer without increasing the price significantly. 5 to 7 days, 7 is safe, but a shorter period can make your offer more appealing to the seller. And then $500. You might not need to change this unless you face stiff competition. So it's not just going to give you things to change just for the sake of change. It tries to be as thoughtful as it can whenever it's giving you negotiation advice. And so at the end of the day, we built this tool to try to democratize high quality real estate advice for the everyday person who's just looking to buy a home. So with that said, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can email me at dutch.trees@solo-homes.com, or feel free to visit our website at www.solo-homes.com. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. As we roll out additional functionality and features, I'll be sure to make more. So please keep watching. It really helps. Thank you.